very good morning, everyone. Jeremy here, quantstrategic.com.sg with a market recap for the S&P 500 for the week ending 25th of June 2021. Approaching the end of June, the S&P 500 has regained its multiple time frame uptrend with a break of the 4-hour and the daily joining the weekly and monthly charts on an uptrend. So starting with the monthly charts, looking very strong for the month of June, and the long signal at 3,654 points on the 1st of December last year is continuing its fantastic run all the way up and expecting to close at all-time highs by the end of June. We closed at 4286, and essentially the first support is way below at 3746 if there's any pullbacks. Joining that bullish picture on the monthly charts is the weekly charts, which look fantastically uptrending and bullish. The long signal issued on the 1st of June last year, coming to 12 months right now at a level of 3168, is still on a superb uptrend, following up this super trend line with a very strong support at 3935, not even touched or tested throughout the past 1 year. And what is important for viewers to note is that on the Ichimoku cloud Tenkan line, the 4157 line, which is this particular yellow fast-moving, short-term moving average line, has not been violated. In fact, there was a very strong bounce at 4157, and we managed to close at all-time highs at 4286 on the weekly chart. So this basically iterates the reason why the Ichimoku cloud is such a powerful tool, because at one glance you'll be able to see that the S&P 500 on the weekly chart has been on an uptrend. Number one, it is above the Tenkan line. It is also above your Kijun line, which is the white line, and also above the super trend line 3935. And you can see price action has been above the cloud, which is the SSSA line on the Ichimoku, and it doesn't seem to have any bearish inclination so far for the past 12 months. And the long signal issued at 3168, very nice clean break of the super trend line after the dip, the pandemic dip, and after that we have been making new highs ever since. So this is where the weakness came in for the S&P 500. We did have a short signal at around 4098 on the 14th of May last month, targeting that 3935 zone on the weekly pivots. We didn't even get there. It was supported by the SSSA line on the cloud. And if you notice, we had buyers here. We had also finally buyers on the last week, and immediately it sprung back up and broke through the super trend line, giving a long signal at 4266 on the 24th of June 2021, targeting new all-time highs, and we close off the trading week closing at 4286, right? So the pivot support, which I will update on my blog, is now at 4162, which is a super trend line, and is also above the SSSA line on the Ichimoku cloud. If there's any pullbacks, we expect a bounce from the super trend line 4162 to test new highs. The only way to get a little bit of weakness and profit taking is a break through the Ichimoku cloud line as well as the pivot line 4162. Then perhaps we can test a little bit lower. But looking historically on the month on the daily's chart, every single weakness has been bought, and we are continuously making new highs on the S&P 500 chart. So for the dailies, indeed it is very bullish at the moment. And if you want to look at the price action really closely, looking and using the shorter term time frames, take note that the long signal here was at 4266 on the 24th of June. Now if you look at the 4 hourly charts, you can see that you will be able to get a nicer position in on a shorter term time frame charts on the 4 hourly charts, where you have entered the position 3 days earlier at a lower level at 4210, which is at this point where price broke through this downtrending super trend line to the upside. And at a level of 4210, if you are swing trading at the end of the week, you would have made 76 points. And based on this as well, if you don't trade the S&P 500, you can actually trade stocks within the S&P 500 biscuit basket, and you should get a pretty decent results on your swing trade. All right, so on the 4 hourly chart, it was an earlier signal. It gave you a signal to buy 3 days earlier at a lower level, and currently closing at all-time highs. So for some people, they will be using the 1 hourly charts or even a lower time frame charts if they are using swing trading techniques or day trading techniques. And this combination of a super trend line as well as the Ichimoku cloud line is indeed a formidable pair. So as a summation, we have a very strong uptrend on the long-term charts on the monthly basis, closing at all-time highs, and on the weekly charts, an uptrend, very, very strong, held by the Tenkan line, fast-moving average line for the moment, and very well supported by the super trend line on the weekly charts. And on the day chart, we have a fresh new long signal at 4266, targeting new all-time highs with very strong support on the pivot at 4162, as well as the SSSA line on the cloud. And finally, if you use the 4 hourly charts, you'll be able to enter the position 3 days earlier compared to this position right here at a lower level, giving you quite a nice return for the particular week. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend, and stand by for more updates on quantstrategic.com.sg. Remember to click like and subscribe if you find the knowledge meaningful for your trading purposes.